Greetings. So in the video we will tell about what is the new project, and will also tell at an eye level what are all the things that you are supposed to learn so that you can contribute for the new project. To begin with, this project is nothing but a catalog enhancement project. What it is? There are already products that are listed on Amazon.in. However, the product that are listed may not be as per the guidelines exactly. What we mean by that is, it may have a title, but it may not be the right title. It may have bullet points, but it may not be the right bullet point as per the template. So what we are supposed to do is, we need to get those data, that is details which are there in the Amazon, reorganized in a way as per the right template, so that customers can easily search for the product and identify them. To begin with, we have taken categories like case covers, mobile accessories and furnitures. Under mobile accessories, we have taken subcategory cases and covers. Under furniture, we have taken beds. In this video session, we will cover more of cases and covers. Basically, we will cover only cases and covers, and beds is something which we will explain it later. Let's get into cases and covers. Before we get into that, I request everyone who wants to contribute for this project to understand at a very high level about cases and covers. The only way to understand is to learn yourself by going through an Amazon page as a customer. So once you click that, there will be a lot of subcategories you will be seeing, like covers are split as per the compatible mobile phones. They are also split with respect to the bestseller, what was wished, brands and all. On the left you will see like these are material type. What is this? Fabric, fox leather, gel, hard leather, silicone or rubber, like that. Then case features, it's like back cover or is it a bumper cover, case with stand, so many types are there. And then there are something called as themes, whether it is printed, then it comes to brands like that. So as a customer, I will enter into this page and I will apply the right kind of filters so that I get only those products which I want to purchase. However, if these products which are there in the category page doesn't have these attributes clearly defined, then those products will not be shown to the customer, since these material type are not already present on those products. So first step, go through this cases and covers page, try to understand a lot about like how cases and covers, what a customer will actually look for when buying a cases and covers. So moving on. So the main objective is to have the right title and the right product attributes. Once we identify the product attributes, title can be constructed from these product attributes. So we just need to identify the product attribute, then we will use a formula to construct the title. So what are all the key product attributes? We will go with case type, we will go with material, we will go with compatible device and color. So I will walk through each and every feature attribute one after the other. Let's begin with case type. When we say mobile cases and covers, these are all the various case types that are allowed on Amazon. So first let's look at back cover. So back cover is a predominant type of case cover that's available on Amazon.in. So what you need to understand is this is a sample example for back cover, and pretty much you will get those details like by searching the bullet points and maybe the title of the product. It calls back cover. You can get, if you are not able to get it from title, look at it bullet points, then look at the the technical details. You will be able to identify that. Moving on. The second, let's get into a type of cover called bumper case. As you might be knowing, like bumper case are nothing but the rugged case covers with some additional features like stand and all. So this is an example for rugged case cover. So moving on, the third type, this is nothing but a wallet case. So wallet case, as you will be seeing, these are types where the mobile phone will be there where there is features of a wallet, like where you can keep your visiting cards or keep some money in that. So this type of case covers fall in wallet type. Then we will look at what is the pouch case. So pouch case is again like it's pretty much, you can say, it will come in form of pouches, and these will be I mean open for all types of mobile phones, or something say like for all 6-inch screens or all 5.5-inch screens like that. These pouch covers typically they don't specify for one particular model. So you need to clearly understand the difference between a wallet cover and a pouch cover. Wallet cover will essentially have these features like cards and all, and it will also be where the mobile phone can fit in, unlike a pouch where we need to drop the mobile into the pouch. Let's understand a bit more on the arm band cover. I think this should be pretty straightforward. All the mobile case covers that can be tied around our arm, that we call it as will fall in this category of arm band covers. Then we have the front and back case. Let's understand that. So front and back case are typically those where the case cover will come in two parts. One is part which you will be fixing it in the front, then there is another part which you will be fixing it at the bottom. So all these type of case covers are pretty rare. Predominant it will be back case covers. Of course you need to know little bit on these as well. Of course the last is the flip cover, which is also like second to back cover. These are all the highest form of covers that are seen on Amazon. So you might also know like flip cover, it will always come with kind of flip model. So you need to know that subtle difference where we couldn't classify this as a wallet cover because we can still hold cards and money. The reason being it's predominantly a flip cover with some features to have money in it. So this main function will be put under flip cover only. Okay, great. So moving on, then let's look at certain cases where we need to apply a lot of judgments. So this is not, of course, like for majority of the products you will be able to clearly identify what case type it is, but there will be certain case covers where we need to apply some judgments on what type of case cover it is. So first let's look at this, right? So it says like the moment we look at it, we get a feel that it could be a bumper cover because it has some like some ridges, I mean some more double layer of protection like that. But please know this is still back cover only. A bumper cover, as we saw early, will be like even more very throughout it will offer that protection. Let's take another example. Pouch versus wallet. Yeah, so here so when we see this, so we tend to get like whether it is a pouch or a wallet cover. So as we said that wallet cover is one where we have all these features, and it has a small kind of a compartment to fit in the mobile phone. So this will predominantly fall as a wallet cover. Like though it is said as wallet pouch, this is something which we will be correcting. This will fall as a wallet case cover. So these kind of judgments you need to take it on the go. We will help you. Once you start practicing few ASINs, you will able to narrow down on the judgment pretty fast. So now look at this, right? Again, so here also you will get a good feel like this could be a bumper cover with looks very hard, but again this is not a bumper cover. This is still a back case cover only. So you need to be very clear that bumper cover or something which we can call it as a bumper cover with kind of something like this stand and very hard throat very clearly. The moment you have some kind of judgment that these are nothing but certain designs on the back cover which gives an an appeal of a bumper cover, but these are not true bumper covers. So moving on, then we have something called as a material type. So first you need to understand that case covers typically come under broadly like the case cover is very rigid, then it is either polycarbonate or plastic, and then the case covers which are flexible, it could be TPU, which is tetra, I think thermo plus urethane, we will just check that, or it could be rubber or silicone. So these three are flexible, polycarbonate or plastic are very rigid. What is this TPU plus plastic? This means there are certain examples we will get through where the back cover will be, the back part of the back cover will be plastic, and the ridges will be made of TPU material. Then we have case covers where the material is leather type. Let's understand through an example of polycarbonate. Right. So here, so you need to understand, right? So what we mean by polycarbonate and what is plastic. So polycarbonate is nothing but an extended or a superior form of a plastic which has some characteristic which are better than that of plastic, like very good heat resistance and flame retardant materials. And polycarbonate plastics are engineered plastics that are typically used for more compatible, robust. So something which is even more harder than plastic can be termed as polycarbonate. So please note, if you are finding these words like polycarbonate, something in the thing, you straight away go and mark it as polycarbonate. So plastic is kind of generic, polycarbonate is a refined one. When you don't find, you know that this is hard and you don't find the word polycarbonate, then you go ahead and mark it as plastic. Even though in that, say for example, sometimes it may be written in the material as plastic, but still if in any part of the catalog they have mentioned it as polycarbonate, straight away go and mark it as polycarbonate. You can also find by searching like polycarbonate, oh this has polycarbonate, so this falls under polycarbonate, like that. So moving on, so then let's see this plastic. As I said, the moment you find a case cover which is very hard, it can be either plastic or polycarbonate. So here if you look at, I could see from the images that this is not flexible. So nowhere it has been said like that. So let's see a little more, like, so we could clearly see it could be either plastic or polycarbonate. So I just first search for the word poly. So nowhere they have mentioned it as poly in the title or in the material type. So then I could safely conclude it's plastic. To add to that, they have also mentioned it as plastic back cover. So I will go with plastic. So now let's understand these three types, right? Silicone, rubber and TPU. So rubber is it's a very little version of the flexible type of covers. When rubber cases are a little bit more defined with silicone material, then it is silicone case covers. Then if it is with even more like superior form of silicone, something we call it as TPU. Let's understand a little bit more on what is TPU and silicone. So as I said, TPU is thermoplastic polyurethane, is any class of polyurethane plastics with many properties including elasticity, transparency, resistance to oil and all that. Silicone it says polysiloxanes or polymers that include any inert synthetic compound. So I am not getting into the technical details. What I am just trying to say is silicone, TPU, rubber, all are flexible. If it is mentioned as TPU, TPU is a superior form, so always make it as TPU. TPU has a benefit of flexibility like silicone, but the non-grip effect of the plastic will also be there. So which means like a silicone without a plastic finish, something called as a TPU, right? So let's and they also say like silicone TPU has a better longevity as well. So let's take a look with examples to understand this more. So the let's take TPU. Yes. So here we could see it's clearly mentioned as TPU, right? So there is no doubt in it. We can straight away go and mark it as TPU. So when we say rubber, you should go for rubber only when it is not mentioned as silicone, only when it is also not mentioned as TPU. So here one thing we could guess from these covers is like they themselves have called it as made of rubber, and nowhere we are able to. Okay, so here you need to understand, it says like matte finish single layer TPU. The moment they say it as TPU, which means this is not even this again falls under TPU only. Why I am saying is, as I said, see, if anything which is art can be added as plastic, but if there is some phrase like polycarbonate, we say it is polycarbonate. Rubber is a common. Any rubber which has mentions of TPU or something like silicone, we straight away say it as TPU or silicone. Don't go for generalized like plastic or rubber. when there are words like TPU, polycarbonate and all that. So we could clearly see this is flexible, and all silicone will be very clearly called out as silicone. So sometimes you will get confusion, like silicone is also mentioned as TPU and all that. So whenever silicone and TPU is there, if TPU word is there, you go for TPU because that's a superior form of it. So what is this TPU plus plastic? So to explain this, there are these kind of phone where the back cover is of plastic material, whereas this edges, if you see, right, these are made of little bit of rubber type of material which has shock proof in it. So that is made of something like TPU. So as I said again, here I'm able to see this word TPU which is there in all, so I go with TPU, but at the same time it is also mentioned as plastic. So if those, you just read the details, it says like all round protection and perfect fit, excellent grip. We could see in this it as well, this is nothing but a TPU material, and the back is nothing but a plastic material. So we say this as a TPU plus plastic. So the leather, as the name says, all these are leather case covers. So leather, there are three types, like artificial leather, fox leather and genuine leather. Not to get into much details, these are leather case covers, right? So moving on, let's spend a little bit more time on judgments where you need to make. So let's see what we infer on the material type for this, right? So now I'm finding this, so I'll just check whether it is flexible or not. I could clearly see this is not flexible, so it could be either plastic or polycarbonate. So I just search for the word polycarbonate, is not there, plastics is also not there, so I still search a bit more. So here they are mentioned, right? It is TPU. The moment despite, like say for example, see, sometimes it may be flexible but they might not have highlighted it here. The moment I find like this TPU and silicone both are mentioned, I will go with either TPU or silicone. Now coming back with whether it is TPU or silicone, as I said, the moment like TPU is mentioned, it is a superior form in that rubber silicone TPU hierarchy, so I will go with TPU. Let's check this. Yeah, so here one thing you should understand that this case material, it clearly says like it's leather finish, but it is not material leather. So there are materials which is like finishing is of leather finish, but it's not. So here it's clearly mentioned as TPU, so we will go with TPU only. Yeah, so here again, right, so we find that nowhere they have mentioned it as flexible, so I keep it, it could be plastic. Then I just search for TPU is not there, I search for plastic in that. So here it is written in one of the comments where is it rubber or plastic. So somebody have given like it is plastic, it's made up of polycarbonate, which is top quality of. So it clearly says like it's polycarbonate. So here I am getting this polycarbonate information only from some, I mean just searching some of this customer questions and answers. So one thing is very clear, right? So here we are able to see it's it's not flexible, so it could be plastic or polycarbonate. But if I look at the bullet points, or if I go and search for these contents or the material, nowhere it is mentioned. But if I just search for that word carbonate or plastic, I am able to see like it is made up of polycarbonate. So the moment polycarbonate is there, I will go for polycarbonate, because it's a little bit more improved version of plastic. Let's look at this. Yeah, so here it says silicone, right? Okay, so let me also search if the word TPU is there. See here they said like yeah, it's made up of high grade TPU, own super. So the moment, as I said, it's rubber, silicone and TPU. If you find TPU and silicone both mentioned, go with TPU. So this is TPU. So let's understand this. So here again we have confusion. So they have mentioned as TPU, so we will straight away go with TPU. So even though it says as rubber, but the word TPU is there. TPU is more refined version of rubber, so we will go with TPU. So look at this cover. I'm sure this is definitely not flexible, so it could be either plastic or polycarbonate. I search for the polycarbonate. Polycarbonate is there, so I will straight away go and mark it as polycarbonate. So just to kind of give you a bit more understanding, always note that it is polycarbonate, which is improved version of plastic. The moment you see polycarbonate, straight away go with plastic. So TPU is improved version of, I'm not saying improved, it's like better than silicone, which is better than rubber. The moment you see silicone and rubber, go for silicone. The moment you see TPU and silicone, go for TPU. Even if you see TPU and rubber, go with TPU. Then compatible device, it's pretty simple. All the models will be updated in the tracker. You just pick the one. And for pouches where it says any phone, you will always have a drop down called all phones. Color, we have also updated in the color. We need to take some judgment. So there is always, when you are looking at color, you should pick the one which is like the predominant color. So here one could always see like there are two colors, one is red and something in orange. So should I go with multicolored? Definitely not. So in this I could clearly see the predominant color is red, so I will go with red. Let's take one more use case of that. Yeah, so here if you see, it's black with a tinge of red roses in it, but red art in, sorry. So here we could clearly see like its predominant color is black, so I will go with black. So don't go with multicolored until you are not able to identify predominant color with two colors. So if it is one color, no problem. Two color, go with predominant color. So here if you see, right, I could see like shades of pink, so I'm safe to classify this as pink. So don't tell me like there is some yellow, some red. Look at an eye level, this is nothing but a pink case cover, so I will go with pink color. Let's study this. So here we could see there are predominantly three colors like orange, blue, green. So here I will safely classify it as multicolor since there is no predominant color. So you can take it like a rule. If it is single color, go with that color. If there are two colors, go with the predominant color. If there is a predominant shade, go with that color. If there are more than two colors, go for multicolor. So here I could see there are multiple colors. Blue is there, some shades of orange is there, some shades of pink is there. So I will go with multicolor. Right. So this is at an eye level, get you an idea. So you will be populating this kind of an Excel sheet. So ASIN is nothing but every product in Amazon is identified by this. So all you need to do is just go ahead and we will even provide the URL. So you let's try to work on this, right? So yeah, so this product is not there. So we have a comment, something called as comment. So this product is not available, so you can say it as not available on Amazon. If you have any doubts, just fill it in the comments. So if you are finding something which is you are feeling it very not sure, again capture it in comment. Let's check this. So here, what is the brand name? The brand name is definitely so this will come by default, so you need not bother. Let's look at the material. It says it's pretty much I could see it may not be flexible enough, so I search if plastic is there. Yeah, plastic is not there. Let me see. Polycarbonate, that is also not there. So the moment it says flexible, right, so I should be careful that I shouldn't have even searched in the first place plastic and all. So I will search for if TPU is there. TPU is not there. Anyways, let's check what is the material. They have mentioned it as rubber. See, the moment rubber is there, for safer side I will check if TPU is there. I will also check if silicone is there. Both are not there, so I will straight away go and mark it as rubber. Case cover, back case cover. What is the compatible device? So I could see this is compatible for Honor 9 Huawei Honor 9 Lite. And then what is the color? We could see here they are selling it in combo, so I will go with red and blue. So I choose So all these cells we can populate only this, so the you just need to, it doesn't go with fibrous, multicolor, choose multicolor, that's it, right? So nature of the material, it's given as this gets auto populated, you need not worry. Even if I try to edit it, throws an error. So this is already getting filled. So what is this 0? Oh, this brand will anyways come default, we will give it to you, no worry. So we will get the title. So I didn't have any doubt, so I'm leaving it as blank. So maybe one doubt is that there is a combo of 2. So do we need to mention that? So you just mentioned it as combo of 2. So we will review these comments, but don't put comments for everything. Wherever you find that we need to review something, then you add the comment. So it's very simple. Take this video and get a little bit of understanding. We will again come and see how best we can help you out. Thank you.